Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yahweh Shah, Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yahweh Shah, Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yahweh Shah, Call Halal Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shah, Bashem Roha Kadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the four winds. It's your brother Yakar Abin from Great Millstone, Houston, and double honors to the people of the men, the great men that taught our elders and apostles. All right, just gonna go over a quick lesson here in Tobit, to kind of try and give an understanding of what's going on here. When because some people want to use this verse to say that you have to go to the government and make a contract with the government. You have to go to your enemy and make a contract with your enemy in order to, perform matrimony. But we're going to explain this. Okay, so this is Tobit chapter 7 and verse 14. It says, and called Edna his wife, and took paper and did write an instrument of covenants and sealed it. Okay, so in order for us to understand, we'll just go to the commentary and see what it says. Right, the commentary says Tobit 7 and 14 describes Ragiel writing a formal marriage contract, sealing it, and giving his daughter Sarah to Tobias according to the law of Moses, affirming Tobias's rightful claim as her nearest kinsman and heir, a significant step solidifying the union before they celebrate with a meal following Raphael's guidance against demonic influence and setting the stage for their blessing. Faithful marriage. Okay, so when they wrote out this, it didn't have anything to do with a contract dealing with the government. It didn't have anything. This was for inheritance purposes. Okay, so if we go back into the law, this is we're gonna read over the law. Okay, this is Numbers chapter 27 and verse 3. It says, well, let's get it. This is 27 and verse 2. Or we'll start from the top. 27 and 1. It says, then came the daughters of Zelphahad, the son of Hefer, the son of Gilead, the son of Machar, the son of Manasseh, of the family of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, and these are the names of his daughter, Mahalan, Noah, Hagla, Milcah, and Tirzah. So this man had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 daughters, and he didn't have any sons, but it's going to say that. And they stood before Moses and before Eleazar the priest and before the princes of all the congregation by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, saying, our father died in the wilderness, and he was not in the company of them that gathered themselves together against Yahweh Shem Yahushua in the company of Korah, but died in his own sin and had no sons. Why should the name of our fathers be done away from amongst his family, because he hath no son? Give unto us therefore a possession among the brethren of our father. And Moses brought this cause before Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushua spake unto Moses, saying, the daughters of Zelphahad speak right. Thou shalt surely give them a possession of an inheritance among their father's brethren, and thou shalt cause the inheritance of their father to pass unto them. So the daughters get an inheritance, but I mean, we're going to read on further how that goes. It says, "And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a man die and have no son, then ye shall cause his inheritance to pass unto his daughter. And if he have no daughter, then ye shall have his inheritance unto his brethren. And if he have no brethren, then ye shall give his inheritance unto his father's brethren." It says, "And if his father have no brethren, then ye shall give his inheritance unto his kinsman that is next to him of his family, and he shall possess it, and it shall be unto the children of Israel a statute of judgment, and Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, as Yahweh by Shem Yahushua commanded Moses." And Yahweh means he is, or the existing one, who the world ignorantly calls Lord, and Yahushua is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, which his name is, he is the deliverer in the ancient Hebrew tongue. Is Yahweh, meaning he is, or the existing one, and Yahushua, meaning he is the deliverer. Okay, so this is how the inheritance is supposed to go. So let's get what happens. Okay, here's Numbers, and it goes over the daughters again. But we're gonna this is Numbers chapter 36, starting at verse 5. It says, "And Moses commanded the children of Israel according to the word of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, saying, The tribe of the sons of Joseph have said well, this is the thing which Yahweh by Shem Yahushua doth command concerning the daughters of Zilphahad, saying, Let them marry to whom they think best, only to the family of the tribe of their fathers shall they marry." Okay, so, and it's going to explain why. "So shall not the inheritance of the children of Israel remove from tribe to tribe." So they have to marry somebody that's in their tribe in order for the inheritance not to be passed on to another tribe. You know, each tribe has their plot of land and they keep it. You know, it doesn't transfer from tribe to tribe. It says, "So shall not the inheritance of the children of Israel remove from tribe to tribe, for every one of the children of Israel shall keep himself to the inheritance of the tribe of his fathers. And every daughter that possesseth an inheritance in any tribe of the children of Israel shall be wife unto one of the family of the tribe of her father, that the children of Israel may enjoy every man the inheritance of his fathers. Neither shall the inheritance remove from one tribe to another tribe, but every one of the tribes of the children of Israel shall keep himself to his own inheritance. Even as Yahweh Shem Yahushua commanded Moses, so did the daughters of Zelophehad." So, you know, well, and we'll get it. "For Mahela, Tizah, Hagla, Milcah, and Noah, the daughters of Zelophehad, were married unto their father's brother's son, and they were married into the families of the sons of Manasseh, the sons of Joseph, and their inheritance remained in the tribe of the family of their father. These are the commandments and the judgments which Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua commanded by the hand of Moses unto the children of Israel in the plains of Moab by Jordan near Jericho." So when we look into that, right, this is what was going on here in Tobit. You know, well, let's get it. This is Tobit chapter 3 and verse 15, and this is Sarah. This is the, well, let's read the whole account. I'll read the whole account for Okay, this is Tobit chapter 3 and verse 7. It says, "It came to pass the same day that in Ecbaton, the city of Media, Sarah, the daughter of Raguel, was also reproached by her father's maids, because that she had been married to 7 husbands, whom Asmodeus, the evil spirit, had killed before they had lain with her. Dost thou, dost thou not know, said they, that thou hast strangled thine husbands? Thou hast already 7 husbands, neither was thou named after any of them. Wherefore dost thou beat us for them? If they be dead, go thy way after them. Let us never see of thee either son or daughter." So basically, these women were mocking her, telling her, "Look, you need to die like your husbands. Go your way after them. So you don't have." I guess they had servants, but I guess so. So you don't have son or daughter. That way, we don't have to deal with that. When she heard these things, she was very sorrowful, so that she thought to have strangled herself. And she said, "I am the only daughter of my father, and if I do this, it shall be a reproach unto him, and I shall bring his old age with sorrow unto the grave." Then she prayed toward the window and said, "Blessed art thou, O Yahweh, my power, and thine holy and glorious name is blessed and honorable forever. Let all thy works praise thee forever. And now, O Yahweh, I set mine eyes and my face towards thee, and I say, take me out of the earth, that I may hear no more the reproach. Thou knowest, Yahweh, that I am pure from all sin with man, and that I have never polluted my name, nor the name of my father in the land of my captivity. I am the only daughter of my father, neither have he any child to do his heir, Salakia, neither have he any child to be his heir, neither any near kinsman, nor any son of his alive, to whom I may keep myself for a wife. My 7 husbands are already dead, and why should I live? But if it please not that I should die, command some regard to be had of me, and pity taken of me, that I hear no more reproach." Okay, so, she was the only daughter, and in order for the inheritance to pass forward, she was supposed to marry somebody that was her nearest kinsman, which Tobias was her nearest kinsman. So, they were just making a record for inheritance purposes. It didn't have anything to do with making an agreement with the government. This was not how this was done. It was not, when he went in unto her, that's when she became his wife. Although when a woman is betrothed to a man, that she becomes his wife in that sense because she's betrothed to him when you go back to the law, but consummating the marriage is what makes it legal. The tokens of virginity, that's what makes it legal, not a written contract with other people. And we'll get that and another account of that, and then we'll close it out. I mean, it's not that hard. It's not that hard at all, you know. But this is we're gonna read this. We're gonna read this account in the Book of Ruth. Okay. Okay. I'm going to start at verse 4. The marriage of Ruth. It says, Ruth, this is chapter 4 and verse 1. Then went Boaz up to the gate and sat down there and beheld the kinsman of whom Boaz spake came by, unto whom he said, Ho, such a one, turn aside, sit down here. And he turned aside and sat down. And he took 10 men of the elders of the city and said, Sit ye down here. And they sat down. And he said unto the kinsman, Naomi, that is come again out of the country of Moab, selleth a parcel of land, which was our brother Elimelech's. And I thought to advise thee, saying, Buy it before the inhabitants and before the elders of my people. If thou wilt redeem it, redeem it. But if thou wilt not redeem it, then tell me, that I may know, for there is none else to redeem it besides thee, and I am after thee. And he said, I will redeem it. Meaning that was going back to the law of the nearest kinsman. It said, Then Boaz, what day thou buyest the field of the land of Naomi, thou must buy it also of Ruth the Moabitess, the wife of the dead, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance. And the kinsman said, I cannot redeem it for myself, lest I mar mine own inheritance. Redeem thou my right to thyself, for I cannot redeem it. So the nearest kinsman said, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't redeem it, and take her on too. That'll be too much for me. And he says, now this was the manner in former time in Israel concerning redeeming and concerning changing. For to confirm all things, a man plucked off his shoe and gave it his neighbor. And this was a testimony in Israel. Therefore, the kinsman said unto Boaz, Buy it for thee. So he drew off his shoe. And Boaz said unto the elders, unto all the people, Ye are witnesses this day that I have brought all that was Elimelech's and all that was Chilon's and Mahlon's and of the hand of Naomi. So, in this time, when Boaz did it, he was able to gather the elders and they were able to witness this. Whereas in Tobit's time, they were scattered, they were scattered. They were not in the land of their inheritance. That's why Tobias had to go, he had to go to them because of the Assyrian captivity. So this was just a record showing, that he was the nearest kinsman and that, it was his right of inheritance, basically, and her right of inheritance, that they were doing everything legally according to the law of Moses. It didn't have anything to do with, writing up a contract between the government, and those two people. That's not what that was about. It was about the inheritance. And we're going to get it. And it says, And Boaz said unto the elders and unto all the people, Ye are a witness of this day that I brought all that was Elimelech's and all that was Chilion's and Mahlon's of the hand of Naomi. Moreover, Ruth the Moabitess, the wife of Mahlon, have I purchased to be my wife, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance, that the name of the dead be not cut off from among his brethren, from the gate of his place. Ye are witness this day. And all the people that were there were in the gate, and the elders said, We are witness, and Yahweh by Shem Yahweh make the woman that is come into thine house like Rachel or like Leah, which two did build the house of Israel, and do thou worthy in Ephratah, and be famous in Bethlehem, and let thine house be like the house of Pharez, whom Tamar bare unto Judah, of the seed which the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh shall give thee of this young woman. So Boaz took Ruth, and she was his wife. And when he went into her, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh gave her conception, and she bare a son. Okay, so when Boaz took Ruth, this is what made her his wife. It wasn't any kind of contract, although, the elders of the city witnessed the things that were going on, but there wasn't a written paperwork on this. There was no writing down because the elders were there. The elders were there as a witness, whereas in Tobit's case, there wasn't any elders there to be a witness. So they wrote it down. Simple, simple. This is not a marriage contract where you go to the government and say, hey, we want to get married with your approval. This is not what that is. So, people that teach that's wrong and it's going off. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want to do, there's nothing wrong with you going to the government and making a contract, and getting legally married in the United States. There's nothing wrong with that, but that is not the standard. That is not the standard in Israel. Israel, the standard is that cut, those the token of virginity, primarily. That is the standard in Israel, in the ancient times. And we're not living in ancient times, but the law still stands. When a man goes into a woman, then she becomes his wife. That cutting. But with that being said, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Ruach Hadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the four winds. Hopefully this lesson is edifying. Shalom.